Hello and welcome to Soul in Balance, and in this video we will be going over Venus in Partner's 9th house and what it means when Venus falls into this very beautiful and expansive and fun loving house. Now first up, let's have a think about the 9th house. The 9th house is Sagittarius and the ruler is Jupiter. So it's all about expansion, growth, it's about optimism, it's really about fun and doing activities. And it's also like firing in the distance and having that goal. It's also like travel, overseas travel, it's higher learning, it's wisdom. It's also, really about religion and spirituality as well. So when we have somebody's Venus come into our 9th house, or our Venus goes into somebody else's 9th house, we find that we have a lot of the same beliefs, a lot of the same truths. We maybe really enjoy doing activities together. Maybe we have mutual interests in the same kind of hobbies and activities, especially exercise. It could be like hiking or cycling or traveling or, learning things together. It could even be religion. We might see two people that have the same religious beliefs come together, and then they practice their spirituality or their religion together. Can be any kind, it can be spirituality or religion. It doesn't necessarily just have to be one, but it is really beautiful. And first up, I just want to say is, if you're the 9th house person, or you want to understand that 9th house person, you want to have to look to where their Jupiter is and how that Jupiter is aspected, what makes that Jupiter happy and what kind of environment. And in Ayurvedic astrology, which is Indian astrology or Vedic astrology, the Jupiter is also represented by the husband. So we can find if somebody's Venus goes into somebody's 9th house, this does really create that beautiful pairing. It kind of similar to, Venus conjunct Jupiter, because the Venus person being like, I don't want to stick to, traditional gender roles, but, Venus being that feminine energy and Jupiter being that provider, that beautiful, expansive provider. So it is quite beautiful, really. So both partners have a great understanding of each other. They might like learning together, growing together, going on journeys together. It's just really, really beautiful. And we also might find that they might be different from different countries. So I have Sagittarius not ruling my 7th house, but it's 3/4 of my 7th house. And a lot of people that I meet are from other countries. And in my 9th house, I also meet people and a lot of their planets are in my 9th house. So I think it works both ways. I definitely feel like when we have this aspect, one or both of the partners could be different religions or different nationalities. There's something different about it. There's something exotic and far away about it. So I really love this aspect. And also another thing is they might like to spend money together, because Jupiter really is about expansion and indulging and, pushing things to the limit, because Jupiter is like the biggest planet. It's the biggest gas planet. So it's really just about expanding. So it definitely can be indulging, going on fancy holidays or staying in beautiful apartments or hotels and things like that, or going on magnificent traveling trips, could be hiking, it could be backpacking, it could be any of those types of things. But I just also want to mention quickly is the shadow side, because with every aspect, there is a shadow side, and a lot of astrologers don't really want to touch on the shadow side. With Venus in Partner's 9th house, we can see a lot of escapism. So sometimes, we can have, when things are too good, or when we have someone's 9th house, it's like we only want to be optimistic. We only want to be positive. We only just want to focus on fun stuff. We only want to focus on traveling or learning or something. And sometimes those difficult conversations might not happen, and these difficult conversations or situations need to happen. They're part of growth, like if we don't water our roots and the dark stuff that nobody wants to see, the leaves and the branches don't grow. So sometimes we might see, it could be the Venus person, it could be the house person escaping situations. We might have been in a situation where we're the Venus or the house person and the person's just disappeared, after a problem. And this is common because if we think about it, it's someone getting on their horse and riding into the distance or going to another country, so it can be difficult. There is this aspect with Sagittarius, with the 9th house, of just leaving and going to greener pastures. And as we all know, there really isn't greener on the other side. But it can be, it can be. So just keep that in mind, that there is some forms of escapism, or escapism can come up, that it's important that we do address the hard stuff. It can't just be all fun, travel, and, learning and excitement and, growing and heading into the distance. We still have to do the dirty work. We still have to, talk about issues, so we can connect. And this is very important with connection, is that, when we do handle those difficult situations, we have a better bond. So one aspect I want to talk about. And then, glossing over issues. One thing too is, I think what I said before, is there's just that escapism and not wanting to address issues. And sometimes, with that 9th house aspect, it can just be wanting to gloss over it and just focus on the positive, not the big elephant in the room. And another thing too is overspending and overindulging, which can create like a chubby couple, a couple that's put on weight together, or one or both couples, or just overspending or getting in debt. And, just that simple thing of, don't spend money you don't have, just have fun, enjoy your life, be expensive, but then don't go outside of your means, But yeah, that's pretty much it for me, guys. I hope that was helpful. I just want to say that this is just a really beautiful aspect to have. It's very nice to have somebody that is a bit different to us, a bit exotic. If they are from a different country or a different nationality or a different religion, that's always beautiful. Or if you do share the same, philosophical beliefs or spiritual beliefs or religious beliefs, it can be really beautiful that you come together and grow together and learn together from this aspect. So I hope this was helpful, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.